and welcome back to RC Icons. It's huge! In this video, we have one of the biggest Taiwan Kenny boxes I've ever seen. Yes, I know what's in it. Oh. It literally weighs about 80 pounds. So yeah, in this video, we're going to get this baby cracked open so I can show you my latest delivery from Taiwan Kenny. 2 kits, 2 cars, and they're absolutely epic kits. I'm excited for this one. So, let me get this in position, and I'll bring you back in a second so that we can open this sucker up. See you in a second. Alright, we're ready. So in this box, we've got 2 cars that are built. One of them's not 100%. I bought it on eBay, but I bought it with the intention of finishing it. So we'll probably end up doing that car first. So, as we start, so this was a car that he had on one of his eBay sites. It was a car that he built back in the day, and it wasn't 100%, but I have the parts necessary to finish the car, but not finish the car original. Finish the car in the way that I think Tamiya should have done the car from the get-go. What does that mean? Well, this is a car that Tamiya produced, and it was a second rendition of a very popular car back in '88, and a lot of people still think that Tamiya should have done it completely different than the way that they did it. So, any guesses? Parts falling out of it all over the place. So, oh, we got broken plastic. It's alright, we should be able to fix anything that's missing. Rear uprights are broken, both sides. This is a somewhat beat and battered Astute 2001. Oh, parts are literally falling off it. So both rear uprights are broken, which is fine. The front uprights are still in one piece, which is the big thing. Because this shares a lot of parts with the egress, so you can get a lot of these parts still. So the Avanti 2001 was essentially the second rendition of the Avanti, but on the egress platform. So egress shaped chassis, right? Only the egress was done in carbon, and then when they did the Avanti 2001, they went back to FRP. It's got the same steering as the egress, only that's done in FRP as well. And then it's got FRP front and rear shock towers. Now I have an original, they're all original, but I have a 2001 here that's built, never run. Absolutely mint. It's not even finished. I still have the body to paint. I bought it from the original owner, box, manual, decals, body, so the car needs to be finished. So at some point we're going to finish that one 100% box art. But this one, I want to do, I've got a second 2001 body set. So I have the body and decals for this car. But I'm going to put a set of high caps on it. So we're going to put a set of high caps on it, because I think the Avanti 2001 should have come egress spec. So we're going to leave the chassis FRP, but we're going to do a full set of high caps. We're going to do the original body, wing and decals, and then we're going to do the white hop-up racing wheels. So the egress wheels and tires, but the white ones. And I've got a bunch of sets of those, vintage sets. So they sold the egress wheel sets, wide, narrow, and white as a hop-up set for racing back in the day. So that was the reason I bought this. I paid next to nothing to it. Literally, I think it was just over $100 US. And then it was like 40 bucks to ship it. So I figured, what the hell, for 140 bucks to me, I can build this and do a video series and make it kind of what everybody thought the Avanti 2001 should have been. And then we're going to give it away. That's the whole point. It's going to be a giveaway car. So that'll be a fun series. So we're going to get it built up, stripped down, rebuilt, body done the way that everybody thought it should have come. And then we're gonna give it away. So that's the whole point of that one. So the second car in this lot is a car that Kenny just built, just finished building it. And I'm not fond of the colors. I'm sorry, Kenny, but I do have a new body set for it, so it's gonna get completely broke down and rebuilt. Any guesses? Any guesses based on those wheels? So, a couple of months ago, I had a Sonic Fighter new unbox kit, and it's the complete kit come in from Taiwan Kenny. Has the radio gear in the box, the battery, the whole 9 yards. But I don't have a built Sonic Fighter. I have a built Striker that needs restoration, and I have a new unbox Striker. I've got a new unbox Sonic Fighter, but I don't have a built Sonic Fighter. So Kenny had just finished building this. I believe he's even got a brushless set up in it. And he asked me if I wanted it, and I told him yeah. So gave me a good deal on it. This car's never been run, it's a brand new build. He just painted it colors that I'm kind of a box art guy, so I don't want to be mean, but it's non-box art and it's not what I would do. But he didn't paint the wheels, so that's good, because the rest of it I have all brand new. This aerial fixed. So this is a brand new, and I'll bring the camera over, brand new Sonic Fighter. Absolutely brand new. That we're gonna do a new shell for. And I've got the whole thing. I've got decals, all original decals and shell. So we're gonna get this thing rebuilt, and then and that's it. This is gonna be my my Sonic Fighter. Feels great. I mean, Kenny's a great builder. I'm not sure if the anti-sway bars are hop-up options, but this has full anti-sway bars front and rear. I think they might be the hop-up options, but it's got the anti-sway bars front and rear, and then he's got a GS Racing brushless in there with the speed control and the whole 9 yards. So we at least got that out of the deal as well. Now for the kits. So I've got two kits here. One is sealed, one is not. The first one I'm going to show you, I do not have a built version yet, so I'm on the hunt for one. I'll end up getting one here shortly. But these are essentially brothers. The first one, 58089, the Tamiya Bullhead monster truck. So I don't have a built Bullhead yet, but I absolutely am getting one for the collection. So this is one of those that people either love it or hate it. Most people love the Clod. Not everybody loves the Bullhead. I think it's great with the red chassis. It's just different, right? It's one of those hokey ones. This box is absolutely gorgeous, and it's huge. So yeah, I'm excited to have it. So when I bring the camera over, we'll take a look at that. So that one will stay new in box from my new unbox collection, unless I decide to buy another one and build it from him, because I know he's got another one. But I'll probably source a built one already on eBay. And then we have an original sealed 58065 Clod Buster. Now I have no clue if this is a Chevy badge Clod Buster or not. It's got the Chevy badge on the box, but that doesn't mean that inside it's a true Chevy badge. It's sealed. We're cutting a seal. Because I look at my kits. So it's not very often I keep a kit sealed, and this is absolutely one that's getting cut off. Right now, as we speak, it's getting cut off. Knife. You ready? Everyone's saying, no! How often does this happen on YouTube? Happens on RC Icons all the time. I'm curious as hell to see if this is Chevy badged or not. If it's not, it's not. I don't really care either way. I have a Chevy badge built Clod Buster up behind me. This is just for my new unbox collection. And it's non-Chevy badged. But like I said, I don't care. Because it's still an original. Look at that thing. It's huge. So let me bring the camera over and I'll show you all this stuff up close. I gotta make some room over here because these boxes are crazy. See you in a second. All right. So my dilapidated Avanti 2001. So it did come with the bumper and the front anti-sway bar. The bumper has a couple of scratches on it, but whatever, you can get that bumper. It's the same bumper as the VQS. So you can get a bumper. And then I know I can get all these parts from the egress. Now that the egress black is out, it's all exactly the same. So we'll be able to get whatever parts we need for this. And then, like I said, we'll do the white egress wheels with the egress tires. And then I've got a body set for it with original decals. I believe I have original decals. If not, I'll just order a set of MCI. And then we've got our wheels and tires. Got one tiny little flat spot here. Nothing crazy. So again, this was a brand new build that Kenny did. And like I said, I think the roll bars were hop-ups, front and rear. Right? Absolutely killer. So the original body kit that I've got for it, it actually came from, believe it or not, Tamco. So I was on Tamco's site one night, and I typed in vintage, and a bunch of body kits came up. So they had a Striker, they had a Super Saber, they had a Big Wig, all original body kits from back in the day, and they had probably 18 or 19 of them. So I immediately bought the Striker. I think it was like $68 for an original body kit. And of course that's chassis and body, wing, and the decals. It's like perfect, done. So yeah, he's got a receiver in here, but he didn't send radio gear, but that's all right. It's got a Futaba 3003 steering servo in there, and then like I said, it's got the brushless GS Racing speed control, which is going to come out anyways. It's a 3279 kV. So I think that's like might be like a 15 turn or a 16 turn if you do the math. So yeah, cool. The only thing I don't see, I think there's a rear guard for the motor potentially, but I've got a bunch of parts trees, so even if there is and it's missing, I know I'll have one. So yeah, Kenny decided to do it in red and orange. Which is fine, to each their own. Sweet. Alright. For the main event, we'll start with this one because it's right here. So original Clod from 1987. Obviously I just cut the seal off it, so it's brandy new. On the sides, for hop-up parts, what's it got? Flashing lights, long CVA shocks, because I think it's got friction shocks for hop-ups. I had an original Clod years ago that I had built just for fun. It was probably 20 years ago now, and it got thrown away. Thrown in the garbage. Obviously it was before I was collecting and I was moving at the time. Huge, right? You forget how big those tires are. Got our body. Our chassis down in there. Our chassis down in there with our roll bar. Our the manual and decals aren't even down there. They're somewhere else. So then you got all your parts trees here. Take out the one that matters the most. So you can see it's just a regular bumper. And then there's no Chevy badging on the tailgate. But like I said, I've got a Chevy badged built one already, so this was more just about having one for my new unbox collection than anything else. It doesn't faze me one way or the other if it's got Chevy badges or not. It's still an original Clod Buster from 87. Or at least first run, you know, maybe it was 89 or whatever year they produced it without the Chevy badging. And then you've got your blister pack box with all your stuff, your dual motors. I'm not going to tear into it. So that's my Clod. And then I want to see the Bullhead. This is an expensive package to ship from Taiwan, I'll tell you what. These boxes are huge. So there's your Bullhead. You've got a little bit of mildew or whatever fading on the sides where the white is, but I don't really care. I'm not one about trying to get mint kits. So there's your side view with the chassis. Same optional parts. Essentially, it was just the same truck. They just did a red chassis instead of a black chassis, and then they went to that orangey yellow. And it went to yellow friction shocks. Yellow friction shocks instead of the red ones. So the presentation of the Bullhead. pretty cool the way that's set up. 2 big boxes in the middle, and then you got your wheels and tires on the side. Wheels and tires on the side with blister packs, 2 motors again, and then all your parts are in this box, and then underneath in these boxes, these are all sealed. Kenny had a ton of these, and I mean a ton. He probably had 15 of each. Alright, so there's all parts trees. Box of parts trees. I'm assuming the red box is your all your hardware. Yeah. And then down at the bottom, you got your manual and decals. May have to get another one. I'd love to build one. I mean, I've got juggernauts and stuff to build, and I've got a lot of monster trucks. I've got a TXT one to build. I've got a USA one to build, but these old ones, there's just nothing like them. Now, these run terrible. I remember the one that I built 20 years ago, they are not the best runners. And by the time you do what you need to do to make it a good runner, it's no longer a Clod or a Bullhead. It's something completely different. So I'm not looking to go down that route. I'm not looking to collect all of the Clods. I just want the original. I might get a gray version, the new one. I love that one. I think that's the best looking one ever, to be honest. But it's kind of modern, which is fine. I mean, I don't know why I get so hung up on the vintage thing. And that's it. So yeah, let me get this cleaned up, and I'll move the camera over for a quick closing. Just a short one today. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Another awesome Taiwan Kenny delivery. We've actually got another one on its way. I emailed them this morning. I've got original Mountaineer and an original Bruiser kit, both on their way now. And that wraps up our list for 2022. We've got a list started for 2023, so I think there's only 4 cars on the list so far. He's got to get me an updated list of what he still has in his collection. He still has hundreds of cars, but I have another Rocky new unbox kit. I've got a Turbo Rocky new unbox kit. I've got a King Cab new unbox kit, and I've got Ultima RBR new unbox kit coming in January to start 2023. So those are the 4 that are left, essentially, that were kind of add-ons from 2022. And I want to say we did at least 50 kits this year. So yeah, it's been an epic year. You guys have seen most of them in the past 6 months. I figured I'd bring down my original built Clod. This is a Chevy badge. It's in great shape. Needs restoration, but it's more just a cleanup. I've got original decals for it. But yeah, what can you say about the Clod? Just a awesome truck. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the restoration of this truck, and you don't miss the restoration of the 2001. But most of all, you got to be a subscriber to win my giveaways, so that way you're eligible to win that 2001 when it's done. And then we also have to rebuild the Sonic Fighter and get that in box art. Like I said, I've got in a new body kit and decals for that car as well. So a lot of content, as always, to show you. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this delivery. Nothing like a freshly opened Clod Buster. The box art is absolutely just popping. It's crazy that he's had all this stuff sitting around in his warehouse for 40 years. It absolutely blows my mind every time I get a delivery from him. I'm so fortunate that I met him. So, until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks.